Ever since the election of Donald Trump, there's been a disastrous rise in the number of hate crimes. Let me give some examples, and these are true, ripped from the headline stories that will chill you to the marrow of your virtuous souls. Shortly after the election, the words "Heil Trump," a swastika, and a gay slur were spray painted on a church by a gay church organist who said he wanted to give people a, quote, reason to fight for good, even if it was a false one. At Indiana State University, Muslim professor Azhar Hussein received anti-Islamic threats from Muslim professor Azhar Hussein, who was later arrested and charged with pretending to have assaulted himself in a vicious and intolerant attack that never took place. The drumbeat of hatred continued at ADOLPHUS College in Minnesota, where horrifying racist flyers were distributed by the Diversity Leadership Council and other social justice groups who later said they wanted to educate people about racism by pretending to be racist, then pretending it was someone else doing it. As if this veritable plague of upsurging hatred weren't enough to melt even a racist heart of racist stone, ever since the Trump election, many people throughout the country have been seen making the sinister OK sign, forming a circle with their thumb and forefinger with their other three fingers upstanding. You see this terrifying secret symbol whenever someone is asked, "How do you feel about the fact that Barack Obama isn't president anymore?" Or, "What did you think of Hillary Clinton losing the election?" Or, "How's Donald Trump doing?" This hateful sign has been identified by the Guardians of Liberty on the left as a white supremacist symbol because the three upheld fingers form a W for white and the O forms a P for power, so it stands for white power except with O instead of P, which would be white hour, which, okay, doesn't actually mean anything, but if it did, I'm sure it would be sinister. Other racist examples of the racist spread of racism during the racist Trump administration include the drinking of milk, which is, of course, a symbol of white power because it's white, because it's milk. PETA, the People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, issued a video calling milk, quote, and this is a real quote, a thinly veiled allegory for racial purity. PETA has also called Pokemon a, quote, rosy picture of thinly veiled animal abuse. Happily, thanks largely to PETA's efforts, all captured Pokemon creatures have now been released into the wilds of PETA's thinly veiled fantasy life. Now, of course, I don't want to say that the destructive knuckleheads of the left have for too long used false charges of racism to slander and silence those who disagree with their disastrous policies, so that now the left's lack of credibility makes it easy for them to be trolled into comical hysteria by both actual white supremacists and innocent bystanders just looking for a good laugh. I'm not sure why I don't want to say that. Now, maybe I do want to say that. Yeah, that's what I want to say. Trigger warning, I'm Andrew Klavan, and this is The Andrew Klavan Show.